Hi, this is Adam Smith with Phase 2, bringing you another Microsoft Project 2010 tutorial. Today we're going to be looking at the interface of Project. We're not going to get too deep into any of the functions, but we're going to do a basic overview. So if you open up the client, you will see these tabs across the top here. And we're going to start off with the most basic one, and one you'll probably use quite a bit, which is the File tab. This has basic information such as saving your project, publishing it out to the internet, opening a project you've worked on previously. It also has probably one of the most valuable panels is this new panel right here, which you can start a blank project. You can work from templates, or you can actually use some of the templates that Microsoft has provided. If you're connected to the internet, you can go browse through their templates, and they have a ton of templates that'll help save you a lot of time. You'll still have to do a lot of typing, but they've structured projects, and there's a pretty good chance that there's one that will be good for you. For example, if you're starting a new product, and you can just basically click on that, and it'll open up something that the Microsoft engineers have already set up for you. So it's pretty well structured. And started a project, we're going to choose the Project tab here. And there's a lot you can do big picture here. You can look at the project information. You can look at the start date of the project and set it. If you want to work backwards, if you know you have a drop dead date, you can work from the finish date. You can create a sub-project, basically nesting projects. There is custom fields. I mean, Microsoft Project has tons and tons of different fields like duration, start date. But if it doesn't have something you need, you can go ahead and do that from here. You can link items of projects here, whether that be tasks or dependencies between different projects. And do reporting from here. So you can do your full reporting, your visual, which gives you graphs, and you can compare between projects here. Now, when you're getting into the nitty-gritty, there's really these three tabs that are left: the Task, Resource, and View tab. So when you want to set up tasks, you're really going to switch to your task panel. There's a quick view here. Then there's just basic stuff you're familiar with: copy, paste, add a task by clicking in here and saying Insert Task. Go ahead and type what you need to, and then what you'll do with this panel is you can set the level it is. So if it's a milestone, you're going to click this button to bring it over and make it a milestone, and that makes anything underneath it one of its children. If it's a subtask, you can just shift it over like that. So that's what those buttons do, and that's really valuable. You can link tasks together. You can also mark things, whether they be on track or whether they're late. There's a bit more you can do here. Okay, so next you have your Resource tab here, and resources are basically people or staff members that you have available to work on your project, or they might be physical resources like steel if you're building something, or fiber if you're working on clothing, and how much of it you have and how much it costs to use that in your process. Resource can also be something like a meeting room. If you have a limited supply of meeting rooms, you can use that, and if there's a cost to using it, you can include the cost there. So you can fill up your resource pool here. You can then assign those people or those things or those places to certain tasks by assigning resources. Then over here they have some more advanced functionality like leveling resources, which basically makes sure that no single resource is used more than it's possible to be used. And if it is, it'll alert you and it'll help you to figure out how to solve that problem. Then over here we have the View tab, and there's a million different ways you can view the information in project. You can have this is kind of the standard view. It's called a Gantt chart, and you'll see a bar representing tasks, their duration, and whether there's a dependency. So you can't start on task 2 until so that's all represented there. But there's also different views. I mean, that's a really common one, but there's something called the network diagram. There's a calendar, and a calendar is good if you just want to look at, so what's going on this week, or what do I have to do today? You can just click like a normal calendar, like an Outlook. And you can adjust things like percent complete of your project. You can leave notes, etc. You have resource views. So the usage of that resource, you have the full sheet, and you can see that maybe your product engineer costs you $60 per hour, so you can go ahead and fill that in here. If you have an overtime rate, or if there's a specific cost per use, so no matter how many hours, it's going to cost you $1,000, you put that in there.